Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to my Facebook Live. Um, this is what we're going to make today. We're going to make these tiny little ornaments. It doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of product. It does take a little bit of paying attention. That's all. But that's not hard. We can all do it. And once you do it once or twice, like you've got it down, and it's not hard at all. It's just a lot of folding. That's all that is. And then these little tiny puffy hearts, which I just think are adorable. I mean, you could make these for table scatter, put them out at your place, you know, Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. I just think they're adorable. You could make a little garland with them. Anyway, it takes a ½ inch of 12 by 12 paper to make one of these. And you could sit and do this while you're watching TV or whatever, because it's kind of mindless, especially after you've made the first, 100. I'm kidding. Well, kind of. I'm kidding. Because they're cute. You're going to want to make them. Anyway, hi, Carolyn. So in order to make these, we're going to start with this. And these are made out of one 4x4 square. Now that's for this size. Now, I imagine, I haven't done it, but I imagine you can make them out of any size square. But you're going to want to start with a square. Okay? So we're going to start with a 4x4 square. And I'm going to use this beautiful blue paper with gold foil accents, and this is from the brand new holiday catalog that customers cannot order out of. It's the Shining Brightly Designer Series paper, and that's what we're going to use. So let me get the paper trimmer out, and we will cut a 4x4 square, and we will get started. Okay, so there's lots of folds, but none of them are hard. Everybody can do this, I promise. If you can fold a piece of paper, you can do this, okay? So we'll start with our 4x4 piece of paper, and we're going to fold it in half a few times, okay? First, we're going to fold it corner to corner, okay? So corner to corner in half. And you're just going to fold it and get your bone folder out that's used for many different purposes, and burnish it right along that corner or right along that edge. And then we're going to fold it the other way, corner to corner, and burnish it. So I was watching YouTube videos the other day, and I watched Jane Dooley, I think is her name. That's where I got this from. So we're going to fold it in half and make a rectangle and burnish it, and then fold it in half again. I told you we're going to fold it in half a lot. Quite a few times. In half, in half, in half, in half. Hi, Peggy. Oh, this will be perfect. You'll practice a few times, and then you'll have it down, and you'll be able to share it with them. Okay, so now we're going to go up to a corner, okay? And now we're going to fold this edge to the middle, okay? So here's how I found that it's easiest to do this, okay? Now, if you need to see where you've folded, you can flip it over, and you can see really well on this side all the burnishing lines, okay? So that'll come in handy later. So we're going to take this edge right here, and we're going to fold it to the middle. Watch. Just like this. Now I like to fold this edge up so I can see where I'm going. And you're going to want to get all the way up into the corner, okay? So you're going to want to make sure that it gets all the way into the corner, all the way up there. When you get it where you want it, and then you're going to burnish it all the way to the corner. Okay, and then we're going to do it on this other side. Same thing. So we're going to make a little pointy triangle right here. Okay, just like that. We're going to do that 4 times. We're going to do each corner just like that. Okay. If you're doing it and not talking about it, it goes faster. It probably takes, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. Let's make sure we get it all the way up to the corner. You have to convince it that it wants to go all the way to the corner. But you're in charge, not the paper. You can do it. You can convince it that it wants to go all the way into the corner. Okay, that's 2. 2 down. Now I said, if you fold it this way, look at this side of it, you can see that we've folded that corner and that corner. Now we have 2 more. Okay, so let's, sometimes you have to get your finger in up there to make sure that that wants to fold. Here's the next one. Okay, that's 3. One more. Should be this one right here that doesn't have the fold marks on it. It seems a little tedious, but it's okay. And when you get done, it's beautiful. So, you know, it's all worth it. The other thing that I like about it is that it only takes a 4x4 square paper. So you can make a bunch of them. You can make 12 of them out of one. 12? 9. You can make 9 of them out of one sheet. Do math, Sandra. Do math. Okay. So there's all of our folding, okay? So now right here in the center, you're going to want to poke a hole. Now, you can poke a hole with whatever you've got to poke a hole with. I'm going to use my paper snips. You don't need like a hole punch. You just need a hole. Because we're going to put our what is this called? Simply Elegant trim, because it's gold. We're going to use the gold. And I think I have a couple blue beads. These are just beads from Hobby Lobby. I mean, they're not anything fancy. I got a little, oh, I can't use that one because these, oh, it's not the right color. I'm going to use these 2. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's do the tear and tape first. Okay, look right here on the side. You see those 2 triangles there? This triangle right here is where we're going to put some tear and tape. Okay? And there's 4 of those triangles. We'll put 4 pieces of tear and tape on here. Now here's what I learned. It's okay if the tear and tape goes off the edge a little bit, because that doesn't matter. You don't want the tear and tape to come off of this side, okay? Because then it's just sticky on your ornament. So as long as it goes off that side just a little bit, it's okay. Or you can trim it off with your scissors. It's up to you. But we're going to do that same thing with tear and tape on all 4 sides of this ornament. Or this piece of paper that will be an ornament in a moment. I'm checking to make sure I'm doing it right. I think I am. We'll find out momentarily. Okay, let's put our... I don't want to get there and have not enough trim, so I always cut a long piece. So, and then I just thread it through the bead that I drop. Thread it through. Oh, it's kind of the right color. Get yourself some pretty beads. Remember the year we had jingle bells? Those would have been perfect. I think that's what the lady used on the video. We don't have jingle bells. Okay, so we're just going to pull that through. And it's going to sit at the bottom of our ornament for a moment until we're done. I like to tie this just because, well, no, I'll wait. It'll be fine. Okay. So now if you look at the ornament, you can see that the middle is kind of poked down. So we'll kind of poke the middle down. We're going to fold these on the sides, okay? We're going to fold that just like that and get those two sides to go together, okay? So we're going to do that on the opposite sides. I get my handy dandy pokey tool out and push those together on that side. And then we're going to do the same thing on this other side. And push it together. Okay? So now we have two sides done and two sides that are not done. Okay? Now I think you have to do the rest of these sides, you have to do these other two sides together at the same time. Okay? So let's pull this release tape off and pull this release tape off if I can get it. I love tearing tape with a pokey tool. Okay, there we go. Got to make sure it's pushed down enough. Okay. Put these off to the side there. Now, we're going to push this in and push this in, and then we're going to fold it. At least that's my plan. And then squeeze it right along the edges. And voila! You have an ornament. Now I'm going to put another bead at the top. Let's see if I can make... I can't make them even now, but that's fine. I'll thread my bead through here. And then through here. Now you can put whatever beads, whatever bells, whatever whistles, whatever tag. You could put a tag on here. You could do whatever you want. But this is, I was just going to show you how to make the ornament itself. There we go. And there is our ornament. See, that wasn't so bad. It took me 13 minutes as I was talking about it. So now I have 3 of them in all different colors. Imagine how beautiful your Christmas tree could be with all of those on it. Okay, so now let's make tiny puffy stars, because everybody needs to know how to make tiny puffy stars. Now, let me tell you something. These are simple. You're going to need... Hi, Kathy. How is Zandra? So you're going to need a 12 by 12 by 1/2 of an inch. That's all. 12 by 12, or 12 by 1/2 of an inch. Okay, now, let me tell you, because I love this 6 by 6 paper. This is the new All About Autumn, And you can use it to make them too. So we'll make at least 2 of these because all you have to do is glue that together. Right? So if you have scraps from that, you can just glue them together. We'll do one. Okay. So here you go. We're going to tie this. Okay? So just flip it around. And now, and you want it tight. You want the sides. We're going to make a pentagon here. So you want to make sure that you get it up here tight, okay? And again, you might have to convince it that it wants to be tight. But you can do it. Especially, like I said, after you've made 150 of them or whatever, you'll learn what you want. How you want it. You want it to be tight. Okay, so then you have this end that you just fold over or trim off. So now we're just going to fold, okay? And you're going to, now if you have double-sided, you have to decide which side you want out. But with this side, it's white on one side, so you don't really have to decide unless you want a white star, okay? So we're going to fold along, and we're just really going to wrap this around, okay? So you're going to fold that right there on that fold, and it's going to line up on that one. So you're just going to keep folding and folding and going round and around and around in your pentagon shape. Yeah, and whether or not you knew you were making a pentagon, you're going to make a pentagon. Which is just a 5-sided shape. I mean, my daddy used to work at the Pentagon. Fun fact. Okay, so now when you get to the end, this little end right here is just going to tuck right inside. It just tucks right inside. That's all. I mean, look, you don't even need glue. Okay, so now hold it like this and you squeeze here a little bit and then you're going to push down. Okay, so you're going to squeeze and push down. Now, you might think it's kind of hard, and it might be, but you squeeze and push down and then you turn it to the next side and you squeeze and push down. And you turn it to the next side, and we're almost done because it's a pentagon. There's 5 sides. Squeeze it and push down, and squeeze it and push down. Now, you can go back and squeeze it more and push it down more if you think you want it to be more star-shaped, right? So you can finagle it, but there you go. There's your little, we just made the puffy little star, and they're adorable. They really are. So let's make one with this. We're just going to glue this right here on the end. Just a little dot of glue. And we're going to glue it together. And then we're going to do the same exact thing. So you're just going to tie it to get started. Make a little loop. Pull it tight. Now, you can make these with, I like the 1/2 inch. I've made them with 3/8 of an inch, which makes them tinier. I imagine you can make them, well, I don't know what happens if you use bigger, because it won't wrap around as many times. So, I don't know how well that'd work. But 3/8 of an inch, they come out cute too. Okay, so then we're gonna, and if you fold this end back, it's fine, because you're not gonna see the wrong side of the paper after we get done, okay? So then, because we want this side out, we'll fold this way. And we'll just keep on going around and around. Now, you want to talk about something that's fun and quick and like you can make a dozen of them in no time. You can use them for props when you make your pictures of your cards, of your beautiful creations. Like, I'm trying to think of all the things you could use them for. And, you know, really, I guess the sky's the limit. And then this end is just going to tuck in. And then you squeeze and push. And squeeze and push. And squeeze and push and squeeze and push. Almost done. Squeeze and push. And there you go. Voila. That's what we made today. So if you make one of these, share it with me. I'd love to see it. If you have any questions that absolutely need to be answered, you can email me. I'd love to hear from you. And very, very soon, you can order all of this holiday paper. September 6th, the holiday catalog is available, and you can order from it then. So until then, until next week. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be here next week. I might have to do a video before Thursday because I'm going to Las Vegas for the Stampin' Up! Backstage, which is for Silver Elite and above. So that's where I'll be next Thursday, but I'll probably do a Facebook Live before then. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate you. Bye.